The first one is deciding what data to collect and how to collect it that can benefit the business in the future. The second one is really to automate as much as we can. Where there are steps that we can automate and remove from the process through intelligently created software, we want to do that. And third, aligned with those two, is simplifying the user experience. Because if we can, remove steps, automated and simplify the user experience while collecting the right data, we're really well positioned then, for major improvement, at each step along the way. The big thing really, though, as an end user is to make time for this. All of this, is change to the way you do things. And you want to not look at change as an inconvenience, but as an opportunity. It's a time to learn, and it's a time to experiment with new things and to elevate it in your organization as a thing that you work with. The first one is really change. Software changes a lot, and a lot of us have software fatigue. We have so many different packages that we've been using, they keep changing. So choosing the right partners to bring you software and then creating a culture around constant learning and constant exploration to be sure you're getting the most out of the tools you have leads to greater satisfaction and productivity with those. Now, in lockstep with that, we have the issue of security. Software security is a major focus. With software more deeply integrated into every aspect of the business, including touching vendors and suppliers and everything connected to the internet, you really want to pay attention to making sure you have an educated workforce, good practices, and good security protocols to keep your data and your company safe. IoT obviously allows us to empower our devices to contribute to the business and participate in the activities along the way. Sensors on machines, sensors to track material movement, all of these things help us to understand in more detail the real nature of the work we do and what's happening in the factory, which gives us opportunities to improve that. With all of that data in hand, AI can really amplify our ability to analyze that information, which really improves our ability to make decisions. And we can make decisions faster, more accurately, and closer to the point where the data is created and available. And that'll transform any business. So we've all seen projects that have failed, in our factories, where we try to bring in some new piece of software that affects how we work. So there are some things that are really quite important when you decide you want to digitalize the factory. The first one is you want to have champions. You want to have a goal, and the goal needs to be visible and transparent to the people, to the stakeholders that will be participating in it. The second one is you don't want to compromise in understanding the human interactions. The business functions when the software replicates or improves upon the interactions that are already happening in your business. Because a lot of information gets translated and transmitted by people to people, but oftentimes that's not discovered during the implementation process. And then the software is installed, and then you come to find that it doesn't really replicate or support the way the business really worked, because we didn't think to study the way the people interact with the people and the way the people interact with the software. So understanding those interpersonal relationships and the way information moves between people and improving upon that in the way the information then moves in software is really a vital part of achieving major success, the kind of transformational success that really makes the results stick and gets you the benefits you want. The main way is to really work with suppliers that are interested in them and curious about them and build features based on them. If your software company is not asking what you do and then asking how and why you do it the way you do it, you might have the wrong software company. It really comes down to the following piece. In the past, we built software that was focused on, the moment. You were doing a task for today, and your coworkers were doing tasks for today. But what Industry 4.0 has done is it has really forced us into taking a longer-term view of what the role is of the features we build. It requires us to think more holistically. And the first way that presents itself is that we expect our software now to integrate with other tools, other softwares, other platforms, when it's in your business or wherever it is. And so we have to build it to be friendly to that type of environment. Similarly, we expect that other softwares will need to do the same, toward us. And it's just changed our view and our way of working regarding interoperability, and that's just the new future. We expect that, and we know that you need and expect that. Beyond that, though, just it's worth saying that, features themselves, in the past, they would also have been designed to do something that was only relevant for the moment. But now, a feature needs to justify its existence. You need to be able to understand what the benefit of it is. So the feature needs to be almost report to you why it's important and why you should use it and why it matters. And scaling that up, it really is the case where, the software helps you understand how and why you're benefiting from it and how to continue to do that.